Après, ils les ont pas laissé faire parce que c'est pas un rôle, Rob et Richard font leur délire quoi, sur scène, ils font leur quête.
Alex stole something from the set, the shoes. And so, what did you steal? So, not today, from the set.
Is there anybody from the production of Versailles here?
Are you?
I promise no.
Okay, I walked off.
Legal issues, I think. Yes.
I walked off with a full jacket.
Oh my god!
It's one of the ones from season 3, and it's beautiful. And I also have the ring that was like, I had a little ritual when I put the costume on for the character, and I always put the stuff on in the same order. And the last thing that I put on always was the ring, and I would always take a minute, and I would I'd try to be respectful to the real guy. And when I put it on, I would like make a deal with myself that I was going to do my best to defend the character, because it'd be so easy to lampoon this character or let him be a clown, even though there's a lot of clowning, but that's fun too. But I wanted to try to make him proud, you know, and give him some heart that maybe people could feel. So yeah, the ring. So it was a question for me, but it was about you to start. So you're okay.
Right to my heart.
Alors du coup, donc on demandait, Alex en fait il a volé donc une paire de chaussures du tournage, donc on lui a demandé à Evans qu'il avait lui volé. Donc il a dit qu'il a volé une veste et une bague, et pour lui c'était important puisque il respectait toujours un certain ordre pour s'habiller, et la bague était le dernier objet en fait qu'il mettait. Et pour lui, c'était un espèce de symbole de se mettre un petit peu dans la peau du personnage et faire du mieux qu'il pouvait pour lui rendre hommage en fait en quelque sorte, et être au mieux possible dans son personnage.
Bravo.
Exactement.
Je n'aurais pas dit mieux. Question coming from England, I think.
Yes.
Hi, how did you guys feel about your more intimate scenes? And, how did you
loved them, I hated them.
How did you prepare for those or get coached for those?
I was going to tell the story about season 2. The opening of our first scenes together in season 2 is the song Clue stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And Thomas Vincent, the director, said that he wanted this. He had 2 images in his mind that he wanted to get, and how we got there he didn't care. But the one image was us both butt naked, looking out, pulling the curtains back, and the other one was the opening shot of us lying in bed together. So we orchestrated that, and we have these things they're called modesty pouches, but they're cock socks. And we have these cock socks on, the pair of us, and I have to lie in a starfish position. And Evan has to then lean on me. And in between yeah, you know. And they were about to go for a take, and then obviously, oh, we need to change lighting. Can you guys just stay there for a second?
We're trying to be good actors, so we're like, yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I'm like, you alright, man?
Yeah, good, man.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. You need water or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. No, I'm fine. I'm a little chilly though.
Yeah, me too.
Cold. Why aren't we shooting?
And then one of the setups from Thomas was a super wide shot from the back, and he came over to us and said, "We can see your cock socks. You're going to need to take them off." In that moment, I knew that I would love Evan for the rest of my life.
It took up till that moment.
Yeah, season 1. Season 2, I was like, cool, I'm in this for the long run.
No pouch, you're in.
We have, in all, to answer your question honestly, rather than a long-winded anecdote. I mean, good luck. We met in a rehearsal room 3 weeks before shooting, season 1, we made a promise to each other that we would give these characters and the love that's between them, that is true love, the respect it deserved. And that meant us both overcoming our own insecurities and our own worries and anxieties. That's all internal. And we did that, I think. Never once did we ever say, oh, I don't want to do that. It was about whether it was right for the characters, whether it was right for the scene. And I am super proud that at the end of the whole journey that we have accomplished everything that we wanted to accomplish with them. Really have. Like, no stone left unturned.
Yeah, I think we made a decision right away that the story we were telling was more important than our discomfort, and so it was a lot of firsts for all of us. And in our first day meeting, our first rehearsal, they were like, okay, so you guys, and we had a kiss in the first scene, and we just kind of looked at each other like, well, we're gonna do this or not? And we're like, hey, we're gonna do it. And then I think the way we started set the tone, and I think we ended up going deeper into the relationship than either of us would have thought to, because of the commitment. And it's just part of the art form. And I also want to say, like, it's been a dream for me to be working with Alex. And he drives me crazy.
I do drive you crazy.
Yeah. But I drive him crazy too, so it's fun.
Right now, yeah.
Good luck, young ladies.
Yeah, good luck. You're gonna try?
Yeah.
They love each other.
Donc, la question était de savoir comment ils se préparaient et comment ils étaient coachés pour leur scène plutôt intime ensemble. Donc, la réponse est en 2 parties. La première, c'était qu'ils racontaient le premier épisode de la saison 2 où ils devaient être très proches et le directeur leur avait dit... leur avait expliqué la scène et en fait ils avaient des coques du coup pour oui mais c'est ouais, mes coques ça marche aussi dans tous les cas on comprend l'idée voilà et le directeur leur avait dit de les enlever et Alex disait donc que c'est à ce moment-là où il a su qu'il aimerait Evan toute sa vie. Voilà. Et ensuite, sur un ton plus sérieux, il disait qu'en fait, ils avaient décidé dès le début de dépasser la gêne qu'ils pouvaient ressentir au début et de vraiment mettre l'amour que ressentaient ces 2 personnages en valeur. Et il pense qu'ils ont plutôt bien réussi à le faire.
Cool.
Bien, très bien. Ok. Just one word. Il y a le meeting avec Ty qui commence, donc je suis obligé de vous l'annoncer. Just, voilà. Question. From Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
First flowers. Flowers for love. Flowers for love.
Any question? Meeting with Ty.
Ty is more important. We get it. No, we get it. He is delicious. Fab dog as he is. Bye bye. Thanks for popping in. I'm glad you're getting out of the closet before us. Still.
Mark the exit, please.
Please, we're still in. Your question.
Yes. So, for you to stay together for almost 3 years for the shooting, do you sometimes get tired of seeing each other?
Be careful how you answer.
It's part of the lovely thing about doing a TV show together, especially when you're doing night shoots, is that you get into the witching hour, and there's sort of, you get over the hump where you are, at first you're trying to be professional, and then you get tired, and then you start to go crazy. And a certain type of humor comes out, which is outrageous and unfunny, and you get to see a part of each other that you never wanted to see, and they definitely never wanted to show. And so we got to know each other beyond the ways that we wanted to appear. Like we saw the true version of each other. So I think it was a blessing as well as a curse. But there was never a moment where I didn't want to be working with Alex, because I knew that we were blessed by the chemistry that we naturally had. And it's not often that you meet somebody and then you're off to the races, especially someone that you have to play love with. So yeah, there were definitely trying times when we were like, it's hard to make a TV show. Like there was definitely some trials and tribulations, and we challenged each other. But I also always knew that we had a bedrock of respect and trust, and that if I ever needed help, I knew that Al was there for me, and I think he knew the same.
Yeah. It's amazing going how we approached season 1 together, with respect, but also still trying to figure each other out. And then just when you get really comfortable, season 1 finishes filming, and then you have to sort of rediscover it in season 2, but you're a little bit further ahead. And I think in season 3, people would always comment in the rest of the cast about how quickly we could just not finish each other's sentences, but we just knew how a scene would have to work. It didn't work. Good try. But like, and it's rare. That's what it is. It's really rare. We've been working in television now for 10, 12 years, and it's rare that you have such brilliant characters individually that then have to work together, and then it's very rare that you meet someone that it's not a struggle with, and you get to. We had fun, man, loads of fun. So as long as there's fun, then you guys see that on screen.
We'll always have Paris.
You still can't say Paris, right?
Paris. We had on one of the first scenes we had to shoot. One of our British showrunner, he came out to me. He's like, Paris, and I was like, Paris. Like, repeat after me, Paris, and I was like, Paris. And then he just like, yeah, I had to do ADR for it. It's I'm Canadian. What do you want?
Don't forget about the translating. We should answer just one-word answers. Yes, no.
Donc la question c'était, après se voir, avoir passé autant de temps ensemble, 3 ans notamment en fait à tourner ensemble, est-ce qu'en fait on vient pas un peu, on a marre de l'autre quoi. Hein. Et en fait, Evan, ça va être dur pour moi je crois. Donc Evan disait que en fait il y a des moments où on tourne la nuit et il y a des heures où en fait on est tellement fatigué, crevé que on atteint un stade où on dit des bêtises, on blague et des choses qu'on n'aurait pas forcément vues de quelqu'un en le rencontrant simplement, mais là du coup sur un tournage on dépasse un certain stade que d'autres n'ont pas. Et du coup ça crée une alchimie très particulière entre eux. Qui a beaucoup du coup servi pour leur rôle, notamment comme on le sait. Ça c'était donc la partie d'Evan. Et donc Alexander nous disait que nous disait que sur la première saison, donc ils ont passé un certain temps un petit peu à chercher à se connaître. C'était un petit peu un moment où ils se connaissaient pas trop forcément, donc c'est arrivé à la fin de la saison, là ils commençaient vraiment à devenir potes, quoi, à vraiment se connaître. Et du coup, au fur et à mesure des saisons, de plus en plus, il y a un espèce de confort qui s'installe et qui dessert très bien du coup leur alchimie. Donc qui est très bonne évidemment pour l'écran aussi. Je pense que je vais faire court.
Voilà.
Je vais faire court parce qu'ils ne va pas s'en sortir.
Ok. Une question ici.
From England.
Yes.
From England, yes. Definitely?
Yes.
Definitely. Okay.
Hi, Alex. This question's for you. Is it sorry. Well, actually, as a
Make him cry.
first of all, as a psychotherapist, I've got to say the empathy between the two of you is just unreal. So, your acting must be fabulous, but it's just there. It's great. But my question is to Alex. Sorry.
So I'm just for my mum really quick.
Is it true that you didn't have to cut your hair for the role? That you didn't have to grow it. You grew your hair for the role, but you didn't need a wig, unlike.
No, I did need a wig. It was just to explain how the wigs are made. The mesh that they stick into your head goes down to here. So it goes all the way up, across here and down. But my hair matched the colour of the wig that they chose, and also they had the same density. Whereas George's hair is quite thin, and he didn't match. So everyone else got to cut their hair underneath the wig, and I had to grow. So this bit, so my wig stopped here, top of my forehead, and then all that was real, and I had to keep growing it and growing and growing and growing it. It just meant that when I was riding like horse riding, that the wig didn't look like a wig. It helped it. It made it more realistic. But in the summer, it meant that I was sweating a lot, because it's like wearing a wig is like wearing a beanie hat. And if you've got a full head of hair underneath that, as well as I don't miss the wig.
But you knew that if you were sweating a lot, the one thing you could count on is that you weren't sweating as much as George. George runs like a furnace. We're all just sitting there and he's just like, George, are you alright? I'm fine.